With technology becoming more common every day, it's no surprise to find that quite a few young people hope to ride that high-tech world right into a career. And as you'll see in tonight's school patrols, some of them are getting their start in camp.
Well, we're building robot arms for a contest on Friday.
Yeah, it's way tougher than it looks.
Here on the campus of Lipscomb University,
If you press down, it has to do it harder.
4th, 5th, and 6th graders from Middle Tennessee
One thing that you want to learn about when you build robots in the future is this thing called wire management.
are learning the nuts
You have to get some nuts clammed into them.
and bolts
He just has to finish tightening all these bolts and then he's done.
of engineering.
Usually they'll figure it out.
It takes all of the science, the technology, the engineering, and math, which is so helpful and so important in today's world.
So if you wire the correct motor to the correct slot, it'll work the right way.
And it gives kids a chance to do that without realizing that's what they're doing.
We have to put certain blocks on a conveyor belt to earn points.
The Lipscomb Nissan BisonBot Robotics Camp
Once we get these off, you'll be able to go all the way around, right?
is celebrating its 10th anniversary.
Engineering is all about hands-on. Science is all about hands-on. You can't learn science in a book. You have to be able to experience it and do it.
Speaking of hands-on,
We didn't start with the right piece.
Counselor Lauren Heinrich
We're here supposed to try to help out these guys.
is trying to discern
The pinchers aren't pinching for some reason.
Well, we have picture instructions here, as you can see, and they're really hard to understand, actually.
It is really confusing.
was it some mysterious technical disconnect from the wires to the grid?
Sometimes we mess up and don't read them quite right.
Nah.
We didn't put it together right, so now we're going back and fixing it.
There was a time when students like Lauren weren't all that common in engineering.
Having females interested in engineering is critical for our nation.
You have to know where the controls are.
There's a lot of camps that if you go in and you say, "Ooh, I want to take apart the toaster,"
You can move it multiple ways.
they look at you like you're strange.
I picked it up.
It's the engineering process.
This camp gives all of our people, but especially those girls, an opportunity to do that instead of some of the things thought of as more traditional female roles.
Is this Carly's? Carly, say hi.
Carly's now in need of assistance.
A lot of the times things like this will just not work.
Former camper Matthew Hasley
We're going to place that whole piece, then we're going to put back together.
is trying to determine why nothing's working on her arm.
We're going to hope for the best. I hope it's going to work.
While these campers are all pretty young,
So I had to go back and fix the gearbox that was squeaking a little bit.
they're all old enough to know what they like.
With Legos, I could build a 2,000 piece build in probably an hour or two. That's how focused I am on building and being an engineer.
By the way, Nissan provided scholarships for many of the students, and all of them were given a tour of the automaker's facilities.